Let me explain to you how to choose the best website builder for you. So here's an overview I want you to really think about when you think about this topic. Now, let's first define what a website builder is so everybody's on the same page what we're talking about. So what is a website builder? So a website builder is a platform that offers a drag and drop interface that makes it very easy to create a website for users with little to no coding experience. So if you have no idea what coding is, you want to go to a website builder because you want to have a tool that has a drag and drop builder. So these platforms generally offer integrated storage for photos and videos, options for adding a custom domain, hosting capabilities, pre-built themes, and more. Third-party integrations are often available as well, allowing you to add elements such as shopping carts and lead capture tools. Advanced plans may even include custom email addresses and SEO analytics tools for next-level marketing campaigns. In other words, if you're trying to really revamp your marketing campaigns or even scale your marketing campaigns to go in other fields such as email marketing or landing page marketing, then you will really love those website builders. Let me say that there are two important distinctions you need to keep in mind though. There are two different types of website builders. You have online and offline. So an online website builder is software that you download to create the website on your personal computer. Online website builders are web-based and allow you to create and edit your website directly on the company's server. So in today's conversation, we're talking about online website builders such as Squarespace, Wix, and Weebly. So how does a web builder really work? Let's have a clearer idea about it. So a web builder converts your drag and drop commands into code. So your websites can either be hosted by the company or connect to your hosting provider. And most website builders offer a selection of themes or templates that are suitable for different types of businesses or different types of niches or websites. For example, a portfolio would use a different template than an e-commerce store. So once you select a template, you'll be able to customize many of the features. And depending on the website builder, this includes elements like typeface, the layout and the size of the text and images. You may also be able to add contact forms and embed videos. Everything is possible. While coding is often not required for many of the most popular web builders, most platforms do allow users to customize HTML and CSS to suit their needs. Totally possible. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to have a wonderful conversation today. Let me give you the approach that you need to follow if you're trying to choose the best website builder. Okay, so how do you choose it? So first of all, you need to determine your needs. Everything starts with your needs. Nothing complicated. There is no magical one-size-fits-all approach to those who are looking for the best website builder. You need to find the right balance of cost and features to fulfill your specific needs. It's all about your needs. So first, have a clear idea about your needs. Ask yourself some questions to help narrow things down. For example, do you just need to display information, or should site visitors be able to interact with the pages? Do you need interactions, right? Are you planning to sell products or services, or let's say capture information of potential customers? Will you be managing your sites yourself or working with a third-party service provider? Because this has implications too, not only legally, but also in terms of operational efficiency. And are you willing to pay extra for some features? And how much customization do you want in terms of layout and design? Because see, the thing is, when we talk about customization, we're talking about some possible programming, so this is really important. And do you need to create any unique functionality like quizzes, forms, or newsletters? And this will depend upon the industry you're in, the niche you're in, and the kind of operational activity or operational ambition that you have. And so you need to consider all those elements when comparing products, and you will soon find a service that fits the bill. Now, it's not about just finding a service that fits the bill in terms of the capabilities you want. It's just also you have to think about the scalability. In other words, is the service scalable? Because if you go from 40 clients to 4,000 clients, will the service actually follow up or actually follow suit? Or at least you want to have that. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to choose the best website builder. So the first step is you need to determine your needs. The second thing is you want to explore key features in your website builder. Okay. So a website builder makes many of the complicated aspects of running a website simple and intuitive. So you got to really pay attention to some features so that you are sure that you get the most important ones. First of all, you need to have a drag and drop interface. This is so important. Don't even compromise on that. Many website builders allow you to drag and drop the components of a web page to design it as if you were assembling a collage, right? So this could include things like text, photos, video, or any other components on your web page. So each website builder offers different flexibility for customization options. And the thing is that some companies use themes that are harder to adjust, while others allow you to customize almost every aspect of the web page with no coding whatsoever. Again, you don't need to have a PhD in coding to really build a website these days. Okay, so drag and drop interface is the number one. A company that doesn't have it, you want to really run away as fast as possible. You also need to think about pictures and video storage. So website builders make it easy to upload videos and pictures, and so you have to be really careful about the builder here. I'll give you an example. If you go with Squarespace, you will have access to an image gallery on your account. This way, you'll be able to edit and remove photos and videos from different pages. They'll still store them and refer to them in the future, right? Storage capabilities generally vary by subscription plan also. And this is kind of important. And also, you want to think about hosting and domains. So when you are building a website, you need two components other than design. You need a website host. This is number one, and a domain name. This is basically the URL used to navigate to your site. And what we have seen in our research here is that many website builders nowadays, they offer all three services. So the cool thing is if you already own a domain name that you want to use, let's say a different website builder. For example, you purchased, let's say your domain name through GoDaddy, but want to use Wix for design. You'll have to migrate the domain to the new platform. So be very careful here because there are consequences, and you don't want to actually waste time and money, or basically. So you want to ask first. You want to ask the website builder if they handle hosting and domains. If they do not, how do they handle the migration? Because at some point you are going to have this migration done, and you want to make sure that this migration is done sooner instead of later. But you also want it to be done in a seamless way so that you don't have to waste time, resources or even money. This is really important. You also got to think about third-party integrations. So when we talk about third-party integrations, we're thinking about very important plugins that will really enhance your website's, profile. So website builders make it easy to integrate third-party applications like social media feeds or shopping carts. Lead capture forms are another commonly used integration, allowing potential clients to provide their information and dump it directly into your preferred CRM or data repository. So CRM, client relationship management software. You also need to think about mobile compatibility because so many people nowadays browse the web. Mobile compatibility is an important feature of any websites. So in other words, you hear is the responsiveness, mobile responsiveness. And many website builders integrate this feature automatically and allow you to view the mobile version of your websites as you edit. So some can even automatically adjust the elements on your site so that a single design functions well on multiple devices. Also think about business email. Most website builders come with the ability to create an email address with your domain name as the extension. Some always charge extra for this feature, while others offer 1 or 2 emails for free and charge for each additional email. So be sure to choose the best plan for your needs. And also, I want to talk to you about analytics and reporting. So while many people use Google Analytics to assess traffic, many, like most website builders, come up with their own form of traffic analysis with easy to read reports that are best for beginners. So this will give you information about which websites your traffic is coming from and how viewers found you. This is really important from an SEO perspective. So if you are actively trying to develop your SEO and expand the reach of your website, you may find the need to invest in specific software for analytics. However, for most individuals and small businesses, the insight available through their website builder is sufficient. But the thing is that you want to actually go a little granular to make sure you understand exactly what Wix, for example, what GoDaddy, for example, what Squarespace, for example, what Shopify, for example, is giving you in terms of analytics and in terms of analytics and reporting. Okay, you have to actually have the right type. If you have any question, let us know in the comment section, and we'll answer you. We'll let you know how to actually tweak the settings to get more intel from your website builder. You also want to pay attention to SEO functionality. So if you are going to choose a website builder, please pay attention to SEO functionality. So what does that mean? Well, for the most part, website builders add SEO functionality in small ways. For example, you should be able to add meta tags and meta descriptions to blogs, change titles of web pages, and add image alternative text, all of which can help you rank your content higher in search engine result pages, the SERPs. The best website builders provide at least the basics for SEO and give you the power to modify your sites as needed for SEO optimization. You also need to think about ease of use and customer support. So the UX and the UI should be really, really top notch. So UX, user experience, and UI, user interface, must be top notch. So when we talk about ease of use, all those two elements, UX and UI, they impact the ease of use. To be fair, ease of use is a subjective topic, but there are some website builders that are objectively easier to use. Those that offer drag and drop or WYSIWYG, in other words, what you see is what you get, editors and templates are great for beginners who are not familiar with bare bones site builders. When you run into an issue with building a website, having live support is best, and most website builders offer phone or live chat assistance. At the very least, it's important to choose a website builder that offers a comprehensive help center with answers to common questions, or let's say a forum with an active community. You want to have that. So this is what's going to help you actually sort of know exactly what you're getting yourself into, at least have the ability to solve problems as they arise. Really, really important. You also want to think about transferability. So transferability really means that you are actually like site migration. Let me explain that. Although you're likely not thinking about site migration at this point, it is something to consider when choosing a website builder. What if you build a site you like, okay, but decide to build big changes to the platform you don't like at all? And the question is, can you transfer what you have built to another site builder? I mean, those are really, because if you spend like, let's say 6 months and $5,000 or $20,000 on a site, you don't want to move like, you do not want to change like overnight, right? So can you actually migrate? Can you transfer? You should be able to transfer domains, that's for sure. But you need to manually create a list of your page URL names, download your site images, and copy your site's content to create a new site. And it's one of those things where you got to ask yourself, am I willing to go through this? Am I willing to go through this whole thing? And the thing is that templates and site structure won't transfer automatically. So be aware of that. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to choose the best website builder. Let me give you a few pro tips here so we have a clear idea what we're talking about here. It's really important to understand that, when you are thinking about choosing the best website builder, you need to have a clear idea about how much it costs to build a website. So when building a website, choosing a platform is only one piece of the puzzle. Only one. You also need to consider hosting costs, domain names, SEO analytics, for instance, custom email options. Those are important elements, graphic design, and more. And I'm not even talking about whether you want to do it yourself or you want to outsource the whole thing. You may even want to hire a content manager to make sure your site is updated regularly, keeping it fresh for new visitors. Especially if you have, let's say, if you have a blog, You want that blog to be active, to be updated. And you should also research prices of all web design costs to get the full picture of how much your site will cost. Now, let me give you a breakdown of the cost to build a website, so at least you are clear about what we're talking about here. First of all, the domain name. Domain name will cost you about $12 to $60, and sometimes going to $75 if you're going after a niche name, and even thousands of dollars if you're going after a niche domain. And you will need to purchase a domain name and maintain active registration with a domain registrar. What about hosting? Hosting will cost you about $100 to $500. A web host is necessary to keep your site alive. If you expect higher traffic to your site, be sure to select a plan that can handle that traffic. You also need to think about a website builder. So this will cost you something similar, so $100 to $500. As you probably will realize that there are many top website builders with options for all kinds of business and personal needs. You got to think also about SSL, so Secure Sockets Layer. So this can go from free to $250. SSL certs helps to keep your website secure. Some web builders include an SSL in their package for free. And so the total here, when we talk about the total cost when it comes to building a website, you have to actually budget somewhere from $212 all the way to $1,350. To sort of round things up, let's just say $250 to $1,250. So think about it, $250 to $1,250. So these are the most basic costs to build a website. You will also need to consider additional costs for site plugins, SEO services, website management services, imagery licenses, and more. I mean, it really depends on your needs, okay? And it is what it is. Let me close to this conversation by actually talking to you about the latest web design trends that we've seen in the last few months. It's important to really understand that you see a lot of websites that have motion design trends. So basically, you have a shift towards designs that integrate motion in some form, and incorporating active design elements is a great way to capture visitor attention and spark interest. And with a multitude of ways to add them to your site, you are sure to find something meaningful and even fun to use. You also need to think about download speeds. You want to prioritize download speeds if you want to be the darling of Google's algorithms. And so a study by Google discovered that more than 50% of mobile users will basically abandon a mobile, they will abandon websites if it takes more than 3 seconds to load. Think about it. So ensuring ultra fast download speeds will provide a better user experience, encourage the consumer to stay on your site, and increase sales potential. You got to think also about content loading. So a website can either load in its entirety upon arrival, or only load the content when the client is accessing it, also called smart or lazy loading. So by using smart loading, it is possible for a company website to run faster and more efficiently than non-smart loading competitors. Also think about individualized content. So utilizing user data trains and location services can help web developers create a more personalized online experience for a consumer base, thus increasing the company's conversion potential. And the last thing I want to talk about here is accessibility and availability. So the demand for creating digital content accessible and usable for everybody is on the rise. So for example, when designing a web page, it is important to consider accommodations for neurodivergent individuals, consumers with disability, and consumers with visual or auditory impairments. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I spoke to you about how to choose the best website builder. So I gave you the overview, I explained to you what a website builder is, how does it work, and the approach. So you got to determine your needs. You got to explore key features, and you got to really pay attention to what really matters to your audience. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.